I've now been this emotional for a long time. I've not shed tears like this for a long time. And while I'm watching Aisha Yesufu, a video that she dropped on her channel, while I was watching her, and this beautiful energetic lady, she was sharing her story. She was talking to Nigeria, and I mean, she has been there from the beginning. She has been there for a long time, and you could see someone that have been through a lot in Nigeria, someone that have been through a lot, that this system that Nigerian have caused so much damage around her, someone that have been broken, someone that have seen a lot.
And we continue to fight for it. And for me, on the 40th or on my 40th birthday, which was on the 12th of December 2013, I made a pledge to God. I said, God, if you give me another 40 years, I will devote it to Nigeria. Sometimes I look at myself and I regret that I made that pledge. But I'm somebody that when I say something, even if I'm going to die, I will die doing it. And like, why didn't I say 10 years? So that after 2 years now I can say, no. But I gave that 40 years because God has been good to me. If you guys know where I'm coming from, some of these things I just keep them at the back of my mind. I went through hell. I didn't know I was going to be emotional with this. I went through hell living in Nigeria. You know what it is? In all my years of growing, from like the age of 12, 13 up till I was like 20, or maybe I didn't have new clothes. I had to make do with whatever anybody gave me. I used rag for menses. It was when I was going to university. My mom said it would be too shameful for me to be using rag as my this day, and she was able to buy Dr. Brown pad. That was the first time I had a pad. That was 1992. How old was I then? That was 1992. I was going to be university. For you to know how. So when I see poverty, we will sit like this, we will not be able to eat. I remember my father going to, don't be bothered about me. I'm the kind of person, I live my life. If I feel pain, I'm going to cry. If I'm happy, I'm happy. That's the way I am. I remember my father going to, we had not eaten all day, and my mom was telling my father that go and borrow money from your sister so that we could eat. My father went to his sister, he couldn't borrow money, he couldn't ask her. This was my father that was the breadwinner of the family. My father they had things before everything crashed. That's the way we were brought up. Even though we were hungry, we would stay from morning till night without food. We would never collect food from anybody. And I'm glad I got that upbringing. That's the reason why whenever they dangled in front of me, I said, me, what are you going to give me? When I needed help was when I was begging people. 1991, I was begging people for textbook. This is a tears of freedom. Because since that October 2020, I've been broken. All the atrocities that keep happening, it breaks me up. 1992, I was begging people, please give me textbook. Nobody did. Just said, give me. I will tell them, I say, well, I will get A. I will get A in chemistry. I will get A in physics. I just need books to read. Nobody. If my father didn't sacrifice everything he had, my father didn't have money. The moment that's why I'm so passionate about financial literacy. When you started seeing me teaching financial literacy, because that was what helped us. The shares my father bought, the passive income was what he used to pay my school fees. My father had nothing, but they made sure I went to school. That's why I have this voice. Without education, you guys will know me. You will hear about me. I don't want my husband to come because he knows I'm always so emotional. He actually always watching me because sometimes I'm so broken. The day that the train attack happened, I literally felt like killing myself. I had to go on a space, this thing. I couldn't even stay alone with my thoughts because I watched that girl the night before. When she said, please pray for me, they shot me. And the people were saying horrible things. And I remember typing on top of her message and said, by the grace of God, you'll be okay. I prayed. And then I woke up the following morning. And I went to Twitter. The first thing I saw was that they said she died. I lost it. I just feel like, what was the essence of life? Because I have survivor's guilt. When people die, I always ask myself, why was it not me that died? Why is this somebody else? Or like when people are happy and saying that, oh, thank God it wasn't me, I'm always like, why is this somebody else? What are you punishing me? Are you keeping me so that mine will be so worse? And so I was broken. I had to quickly open space, and I was just crying. I was just heaving. I was telling people, look, I couldn't stay with myself. So I know that. So it's really crazy. But you know what? We will get that Nigeria. When I think of sometimes I can't even think. When I think of what I went through, APU Zaria, I was looking for admission. 1992. That's why I hate I hate connection. I don't do people. I say I don't do that thing. That's why I fight for every Nigerian so that you'll be able to walk in there and get that thing that you're looking for. 90, no, that was 1994. I was looking for admission into APU Zaria. I would come every morning. We were coming from Kano. I would come from Kano. We didn't have money. My parents would look for that money. Put me away. This thing. I will come. I won't get admission. I will go back. I will come. I won't get admission. I will go back. At one time they didn't have money again, so I had to get somebody. There was a lady. Now I agreed. I was staying with them. Habiba. I was staying in their house. Their parents were coming into the weather. Every morning, I will now go to ABUs and I will stand at it. But sometimes they will drive me away. I've always been somebody who is bold. If you like, I will look at you. And that's how I walk. I always say, what's the worst thing you can do to me? I say, I was less than 10 when I said to myself, I don't have tissue here. I really need a tissue. When I said to myself that the worst thing any human being can do to me, right, is to kill me. And that is not the worst thing because I'm going to die anyway. And so that's the freedom I have. Anytime, even when I'm going for a match, I'm like, what's the worst thing? They will kill me. Am I not going to die before? So, So even as I don't fear people, I respect people. I will walk into your office. The visa will enter his office. They will drive me. I will go to Bosa. They will drive me. I will go to academy. They will drive me. Every day I kept coming. I made friends with almost all the cleaners there, all this cleaner, all this. And I'm a very respectful person, even up to today. But it's just that when you look for my trouble, I will go after you and tell you things. But I'm always like, you see me very quiet and everything. And I'm trying to make it fair. Everybody told me I won't get that admission. Everybody told me. Aisha, you won't get admission. Oh, no, I'm so emotional. Everybody. That's why when they tell me that Nigeria will not work, I say, all my life, I've always been told I will not get something. I've always been told things will not work, and I've never believed them. And I've put in all my effort, and it always came true. And that's why for me, Nigerian project is something I believe in, and I know we're going to get to the end of the tunnel, and it's going to blind our eyes with the brightness and the light we're going to see. They kept telling me first list came out, second list, supplementary list, every list, GAMG list, VC's list, whatever list, we're all coming that I will go in the morning. I will see somebody with less results than my own. Then we pass with their parents or their guidance and we give them admission. Me, my result is good. Nobody was giving me. I kept going. I think at one time, even when I finally got that admission. It was almost, people couldn't believe it. And I got the medicine because I ended up not reading the medicine, right? Because it was my parents that wanted medicine. Me, if I had, like I was saying, political science or sociology is what I would have read. And so I got the admission. They gave me 100 levels instead of 200 levels because I had done IGMB, I did A levels. So I went back, I said, sir, I remember going to the academic secretary, AU, so I would never forget that man. I said, sir, they gave me 100 levels. I'm supposed to be in 200 levels. I did IGMB, see my result, everything. He checked it. He was like, yeah, this is good result and everything. It was on a Friday. He was going for Friday mosque. And he said, okay. He brought out a plain sheet of paper. Every time I'm all messed up, right? My nose is running. Sometimes when I think about my childhood, I think I really need therapy because there are a lot of things that I have not yet dealt. I've been dealing with some of them. But you know when you're fighting for survival, you keep things aside. You just be going. So he now came. He brought out the plain sheet, and he wrote. No, he just signed at the bottom. He signed at the bottom and he dated it. And he said, "Go and write what you want on top." So I took that paper. I can't make mistake on that paper, right? And I wrote it. This thing of this thing that. From level 1 to level. That's how I started. Everybody was shocked. They had confirmed. Did you got the admission paper? Yeah, I started level 2. 1994. I was supposed to graduate 1998 as a medical student. But then I was always sick, and then they closed down ABU for 1 year. So when they closed down ABU for 1 year, I just went to BUK. and I started level 2 again after about 2 years. My mates were now in final year at that time. I didn't say anything, I just started. By the time they opened ABU, I was already level 3 or so. I didn't want to go. My father, I just said to my father, I will finish reading the microbiology. They didn't give me medicine in ABU, in BUK. I said I'll finish reading the microbiology, then I'll go and do medicine, which I never did anyway. Because I really didn't like the whole being a doctor and all of that. And so here we are. So sorry, please. This is how I am, honestly. Like I always say to people, my inside always match my ass. If I'm pained inside, you will see it on my face. If I'm happy, I'm happy. And I'm a very emotional person. I don't keep my emotions away. I deal with them. I love them if they come. And I'm okay with being weak. And I'm strong. I can be strong. I can be weak. Little things can weaken me, especially when I say injustice, people being treated anyhow. So don't bother about me. But I'm really happy that I had this cry because I've held it back since October 2020. I have been crying, but it's just so much pain. But I woke up this morning and I just had that beauty that I've heard about Nigeria, our national anthem and all of that. And this was not supposed to be as long as this, honestly. What I was supposed to do was a 3-minute video, but I think I'll do this one as a premiere. So every one of you, let me say to you, I messed up. Thank God I don't even wear makeup. Otherwise my face would have been running by now. So the kukuma knows no any makeup. It go well. It will be well. We won't continue like this. Nigeria will not continue like this. People will not suffer like this. People will not be killed like animals. People will not be killed. People are suffering. If you interact with people, you see how people are suffering. People are barely surviving. We will not be like animals in this country. We have a country that we'll be proud of. And we have good quality education, especially that public education, so that everybody will have access. Education is the easiest way to break the shackle of poverty. It's a leveler. It will take you from nothing and bring you up. And so we need to have good public primary and secondary school for people to have that distance. We need to have life in Nigeria, development, and we can do it. And I thank you, every Nigerian, that you're working hard to ensure that we succeed. Peter, this is not just about you. This is about millions of Nigerians. If you see, this is all of us. And I like that sentence he said, we are all running for president through him, through you. Peter Obi, you know everything. I say this, please. There's so much riding on this. If we're able to get into office, we will do everything we can to get you into that office. Remember the people. Work for the people. Raise the Nigerian person. You can do so much in 4 years. You can do so much in 8 years. And Nigerians are ready to rally. Even if we have to suffer a bit, we know that you can't get things working. Things are so messed up. For us, we need to tighten our belt. We need to reduce a lot of expenses. We need to cut down a lot of things. There are sacrifices that will be made. We'll be ready to make that sacrifice. At least let's see that we are going in the right direction. Not this one, everything. We believe. Let Nigeria work. Let Nigeria be the winner. It won't be you that will be the winner, Nigeria. That's, for me, that's it. That is the biggest thing. And for every Nigerian, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Those of you that are marching today, Lagos, everywhere, London, everywhere, thank you. Nigerian youth, every time I say to you guys, I apologize. We failed you. I'm one of those generations that failed you. We were broken. Not many of us had the opportunity to have a voice. You guys have a voice. We're thankful for that, and you're using it for Nigeria, using it to free yourselves. Wake up when you'll be telling your children that Nigeria was once bad and they will not know, because the country that they will meet by the grace of God will be an amazing country. And let's put in the work. Thank you very much. This wasn't supposed to be emotional, but yeah, it turned out this way. Thank you so much, everyone. We can do it. Let's go. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. I know. We will cry more. These tears, we cry. But at the end of the day, we will get to the end of the tunnel. We will come out of the tunnel. We will be blinded. We will be dazzled. We will be mesmerized. We will be lifted. Our shoulders will come up. We no longer slouch. We no longer be afraid. We no longer hide our green white passport. Everywhere we come out and tell people we are Nigerians and we are great people. Thank you, everyone.
And now this is just a little story about how that she can share with us at this time. You can imagine where her energy is coming from. Anytime you see this lady just shouting on top of her voice every time, anytime she's out there, just to make sure that everything happens the way it's supposed to happen in the country, fighting for Nigerians as a lady, just speaking out the truth, being fearless, just saying anything that she believes is appropriate, something that believe that will benefit the masses. I was watching her, and it's been a long time that that you see tears coming out from my eyes. I was literally crying, like, oh my God, that was her story. It's so pathetic in the country. We all have stories to share. We all have things that system in Nigeria has done to us. And that's why you only heard about her own story. Imagine what in the world is happening in the life of people around the world, around Nigeria. What is happening in the lives of Nigerians, what Nigerians are going through. Imagine waking up and you just find out that your family member, that supposed to be 6 members in the family, and all of a sudden 1-2 persons they gone already because some ballhead in the bush kidnapped them, some ballhead beheaded them, some ballhead just did something nasty to them because of the insecurity in the country, because of the greed of our leaders, because of what our leaders want to eat, and they don't care about our lives. They don't care about any other persons. The only thing they care about is their children. And we malicious kind of people, we keep fighting for these people. These people, they will go to parties, see each other, they will hug each other out. They only fight on the national TV or probably when there's election. But these people, they die together, they're healing together, doing all sorts of social life tie together. But then we will fight each other. We take 5,000, we take 10,000, we take 20,000 to vote them in, to vote our future away. Imagine the story of this young lady. Imagine what she has been through, what she has passed through in her life. See, oh my God. I was listening to her and I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold her tears. And many of you'll be waiting for me to share another tears now. I reject it because I don't know. You know, if you die for anybody in this country, you could die in vain. The people will be saying they cry for you, they die for yourself. Most of them not even serious. This is a young lady that has been there, that everybody enjoy, everybody likes, and they like her when she speaks out. And then hearing her story, just a little bit out of that story, is touching. It's touching. A lot of people are hungry. A lot of people have been hurt. A lot of people they're going through so much pain that it's hard for them to even forgive what this nation has done to them, to forgive the leaders in this country. A lot of people are going through unforgiveness in their hearts. They have that unforgiving spirit in their hearts, and it's haunting them out just because of the bad experience that they had with the government, that they had with the system. The system that is not working, that is not doing anything good for anybody. The system that have been corrupted for a long time, and nobody want to fix it. Nobody want to do anything about the system. Instead, we keep electing bad head. We keep getting them back into office just when they talk, when they promise so much that they will not be able to deliver. Imagine how much they have brainwashed people. Imagine how much damage they have done in the lives of Nigerians. How much individuals, how much Nigerians that has lost hope in this country. A lot of people now don't believe in this country again. That's why you see people fighting for their rights. People want to leave the country because they believe that this thing called Nigeria can never work again. That's why you see everybody want to break out. The Yoruba nation people want to go on their own. The Biafrans, they want to go on their own. Everybody just want to go on their own. But because of greediness, because of what some people are gaining from this marriage, they won't let that happen. And if you don't let that happen, then you should let the people have their way. Let the people be obedient. Let them have their way. Let them choose what they want for themselves. A lot of people have chosen to go that way. But we know that you will still do everything possible to make sure that you keep people where they are. anything possible, you guys will do it. And you just watch that video, watch it all over, watch it and see what this young lady has been through, what she has passed through in life, what she's still passing through. Imagine, you see a lot of people smile out there, smiling and suffering. You see a lot of people smiling. When they show up to you, they look like they are happy on the inside, they're happy everywhere, but there's pain everywhere. There's pain going on everywhere. There's pain. People are going through pain. They are going through so much battle. People are going through so much. They've been down. And the only thing that can wake people up, that can lift them up, that can lift their spirit up is if things begin to work in this country. Is we begin to take this country by force. If we take this country by force, then people will start to enjoy the kind of happiness someone's supposed to enjoy in a nation, in a country. We need to wake up in Nigeria. We need to wake up. A lot of people, imagine you are living in poverty, and if someone that puts you in that position, someone that stole away your future, someone that stole everything that's supposed to come, at least you're supposed to have a bit out of it, you're still fighting for him. You still want to put him in the office so that he can eat more. Is that not insanity? Is that not being insane? Why are we thinking like this? Why are we behaving like this? Why is it that we don't want any change? Well, I'm so happy, I'm so glad, because now we have a set of Nigerians that are saying no to nonsense, that are saying no to bad leader, that are saying no to corruption. They are saying no to insecurity. They are saying no to bad leader. They are saying no to someone that have that sense of entitlement, someone that believes that the throne or the office belongs to him, that is his turn, someone that believes that, okay, when I get there, I'm coming to enrich my friends, someone that can wake up one day and just sell the whole country, put the whole country on sales. Now Nigerians have wake up, and it's time for us to take action. It's time for Nigeria to go out and vote, so that comes February 2023, people will be dancing on the street because you've exercised your right and you've voted the right person into the office, someone that you can hold accountable if they mess up. Just hear this young lady's story. It's so touching, and I feel like my heart was bleeding when I was listening to her, when I was hearing that pain in her voice. Jesus. Nigeria, we cannot avoid to fail this time. I said it in 2015, I said it in 2019, that we cannot avoid to fail again and again. Not this time, we cannot fail. Because if we fail, not only you will pay for it, your children will pay for this one. Enough damage has been made already. Any other damage that come after this is going to be disastrous. It's going to be so much bad. It's going to be disaster. If I can use another word for that disaster, I will use that. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, just the way we were saying it in 2019. That people should wake up. We saw a candidate that I'm sure if we get him there, it's going to do something good to Nigeria, but we'll let him go. Now it's another chance. It's another chance for Nigeria. We know where your heart is. Go for your heart. And forget all these old people. Forget them. Let them go and sleep. You are the one that want to put them in the office. You are like I said in one of my video, that you are the recruiter. And you have the power, you have the capacity to choose your candidate, someone that you want to recruit into the office. So they have to pass through you anyway. And you have to check them out. You have to look at their experiences. You have to look at what they have to offer. So you have everything in your hands to say, no, we don't want this one. This is what we want. I hope Nigeria will make the right choice this time around. Thank you for watching, and please do share this video. Stay tuned with the channel. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. God bless you, everyone that is ready to vote in 2023. God bless you. Nobody will intimidate you. Nobody will slow you down. Nobody will turn you back from exercising your right. It's time for us to move. So do share the video. God bless you. My name is David Israel. Until I come your way next time, thank you so much. Keep watching.